They call me Chris to the cantata. They call me Chris to the cantata. That's why they call me. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. That's why they call me. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. Yo, they say it's hard to compose a rhyme. I say you out of your mind or you full of lies. Then again, you could be the slow kind. I don't see how lyrics don't hypnotize. Why lie? The season has transformed. You got reason to be bored, so now you want more? I'ma serve you flavor that you can't afford. The bill about to get placed on your tempo. So don't even try to resist. Look at yourself bumping to the beat. Get up and get down with a G-twist. Forget the hater cause the fool's not on the list. Dig this, we came and we took over. Got the keys to the ride and we're not sober. We made an oath that we ain't gonna ride for you. So now it's hip-hop, ride us to the border. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. That's why they call me. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. They're taking over my head, dog, they on the hustle. I'm taking over their bread, dog, I'm on the muscle. Try to be cool, but I gotta mumble. Better yet, after that, there's a big tussle. Quit them tears, boy. Dry your eyes, see the G going cheers, boy. Don't be mad, cause I say that you weird, boy. You kinda scared, so I see that fear, boy. Meditating on a cute shorty. Lean body, mean thighs like the chick bought it. Eyes set real tight like the all assorted. If she arrested my ass, then she got a warrant. I'm a legend in the living, and that's that. I grab objects of vices you can't touch. Read all comprehension is too much. Unawares is words that bring the wrath. Let's go. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. Glad that you stopped by. Who are you? What's your business? Bye bye. I hate people that think that I'm on the rise. Yet and still I'm the steel that will not fly. Ask why? I got this even better. On this planet I teach you before the chatter. What I compose gets better by the day's weather. That's why they call me Chris to the cantata. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. Yo, 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 that's why they call me. They call me Chris through the cantata.
Nobody else can match my energy. Cheesy, come on, yeah, yeah. Cheesy. patient. See, I'm not so complicated. Kakwama on my mind. Your toes are juicy, align. Moyoka pick a sign. Kishoka underline. Only free because you let me be. That's the love I want for me. Long time was so baridi. Can't deny the chemistry. Kakwama on my mind. Took a alive. Took a bigger sign.
Nobody else can match my energy. Cheesy come on, yeah, yeah. Cheesy come on, yeah. We up all night and still we cannot be busy on the AM. Cheesy come on, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Cheesy come on, yeah. Cheesy come on, cheesy come on,
It's number 9, baby.
I dream of a sky where the lights never die down. I'm awake in my sleep and I'm falling to the ground. I want the answers to the questions of the reactions, whether it makes sense or the path is fatal attraction. Is it the whiteness of the cloud or the steam in my mirror? Is it the broken of a glass? Could it be more clearer? 'Cause I feel so alive. No one can stop me even if they try. 'Cause I've been trying much too long. You can beat me down, I'll stay strong. 'Cause I feel so alive. Beat me down, I'll stay strong. Through the rain and the hail and the fire, through whatever they bring, till I get my desire. Is it the whisper of an angel or the pounding of my heartbeat? Is it the playing of a record where the drumming and the bass meet? 'Cause I feel so alive. No one can stop me even if they try. 'Cause I've been trying much too long. You can beat me down, I'll stay strong. 'Cause I feel so alive. Beat me down, I'll stay strong.
Walinidharau lakini usikise mtu wangu, kuna venye nimekafunga Ramadhan, weze ni sahau. Tunikingia kwa booth mule boy ukikizwa masnia design ya Chucky Chan, sotam nikate mguu, amwezi ni defeat, finya backspace kwa comp wezi ni delete, kuja na pinye still amwezi kuni beat, na hizo wealth zote mkonazo amwezi kuni reach. Wanadai mini mskini, I need to gain some weight. Mini maskini my pocket needs to gain weight, cause raha wanabonda, after raha wanahara wanakonda, kangonda. Mini hustling daily, kukula smart make sure nimenona kuliko anaconda. Sikizi wakiniona ni sura wanakuaga wamebonda, hizo mipaka tunazivuka bila bada.
'Cause I feel so alive. No one can stop me even if they try. 'Cause I've been trying much too long. You can beat me down, I'll stay strong. 'Cause I feel so alive.
encouragement to get in life. Wala wanakuambiaga uwezi toboa, wala kuchekelea. That time that we proved them wrong. So it's from here otherwise. The future's here with the best leader. That's the ego to him. If you're still hating on us, go on, cause we need that. It's not banana, baby.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
All right. Okay, sorry about that technical hitches, but the show must go on. Welcome to the Friday edition of the Power Morning Drive Show. My name is Wanyoike and I'm your host. It's so good to see you. It's so good to have you spending your Friday morning with us. Please get in touch with us on our social media handles. We are Power Radio across all platforms. You can also stream this live on X. Find us also on our YouTube channel. We are Power Radio, PAWA. Radio on YouTube. Please subscribe while you're at it. You can also find us on our website. That is www.power254.c. What am I saying? Sorry, power254.org/Power Radio. I do not know why I am nervous and everything else, but again, the show must go on. And yes, we are pretty excited that you could make the time to join us today. Now, today I'm very excited because I am going to be sitting down with some amazing women, women who are leading art exhibitions. We will be sitting down with the women of the Brikicho art exhibition that is currently actually still showing, and they will be doing that all the way till the 27th of September at the Nairobi Art Gallery. So please make your way there and support what is happening there as well. So today's conversation is really, we are going to be looking at art exhibitions. We're also going to have a conversation about Brikicho and what exactly the exhibition is about and what they're trying to do and achieve within the space. And then we will also get to know a little bit better about our exhibitors as well. So please do stick around as we get into that conversation just in a moment. But for now, let me do a little traffic. Let's see the situation on our roads this morning. I start off with Thika Super Highway. I can see this morning is looking quite busy this morning. The traffic starts all the way from this survey as you make your way towards town. Also, there's a graduation happening, so it could be the reason as to why. Let me see what's happening on Muranga Road this morning is also looking quite busy. The drama starts as you make your way from the Desai Road down towards Globe roundabout. Limuru Road is not looking any better. The traffic starts all the way from the village market as you make your way into town as well. Kiambu Road looking very busy, absolute chaos. They start as you make your way from the Ridgeways Mall down towards the DCI and to the Pangani intersection as well. Let me see what's happening on the other side of town. And looking at Lower Kabete Road is also looking very busy this morning. The traffic builds up as you make your way from the Zen Garden down towards the Spring Valley police station area. Ngong Road is also very busy. Traffic starts all the way just as you make your way from the Junction Mall down towards Prestige Plaza and a little bit of a spill over towards Valley Road as well. Mombasa Road is also looking very shabby this morning. There's traffic as you just after the Next Gen Mall, right into Capital Center, all the way towards the Nairobi West Hospital. Things are looking bumper to bumper, so please just take your time there. You will be out of the woods in no time. Langata Road is also looking very busy this morning. I can see that traffic starts to build up as you from the Park Place area all the way towards Galleria Mall. Then the whole stretch towards the T Mall roundabout, things are looking absolutely chaotic as well. So again, just a little bit patience and you will be out of the woods. There's also a spillover from along Raila Odinga Way as you make your way towards the Kenyatta roundabout as well. And so if at all I have not mentioned and you could be stuck in traffic and stuff like that, please let us know. The hashtag to use is hashtag Power Morning Drive. Yes, and we'll be sure to make sure that you get wherever you're going in good time. All right, yes, again, as I mentioned, today I am super excited to be having a conversation with three illustrious artists, and we are going to be having a conversation about women leading art exhibitions. That's Brikicho. And we also will be talking about why exactly it's important for us to continuously build up and amplify the work that art exhibitors, as architects of cultural expression, architects of memory, right? And really I think they do an amazing work of conserving our histories, because erasure is a thing. And so anyway, keep around, keep it Power Radio, stay locked in. We will have that conversation after this short musical break. So see you on the other side.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Okay, living in the sky, mingling with the clouds. I'm so far high, I can't even see the ground. I take a look down and see these niggas frowning and wondering how I pass, and how these kids counting more money than them, getting girls than them. You can say I'm supernatural like that nigga Ben 10. You can call me a lion and the game is my den. I guess it's my time, ask Big Ben. Youngin' in the game, style so insane. Rap futuristic, computer like brain. I said it once before, ain't here for the fame. I'm just here to make a point so you remember my name. Rap remains an art that ain't need any brushes, and not many got the gift of golden touches. And that's why I give thanks for what I got, and I know one day I'ma hit the top spot, Jay.
Living in the sky, don't care what they say. Licking my top, we drink it all day. Ride till we fly, till we go crazy. Dumbala, dumbala, eh, eh, eh. I got nothing to lose. I'm sexy 'cause I choose. And if you feel it too, say dumbala, dumbala, eh, eh, eh.
Okay, I'm just a young kid from the 254. They say you only live once, you ain't gotta tell me more. That's why I get it all day and blow it all night. And I'll be living my life and everything is alright. See me and my girl Sage, we party all night, posted in a VIP. We shining so bright, all the bottles on me. Put your money all aside, everything is all free. Decide just ride. Yeah, so sip some and get high. You can even roll one, relax and just lie. Yeah, or you can get up on the dance floor, shake some, grab a girl, but I ain't pay for. Look, I don't dance, but I do my thing. I let my girl dance for me instead while a nigga sing. Cause when he leave the club and hop in the bed, it's like a ring. Man, I beat it all night, I turned it to a fiend.
Living in the sky, don't care what they say. Licking my top, we drink it all day. Ride till we fly, till we go crazy. Dumbala, dumbala, eh, eh, eh. I got nothing to lose. I'm sexy 'cause I choose. And if you feel it too, say dumbala, dumbala, eh, eh, eh. I just like to be me. High like a bird, I like to be free. I don't break the rules, I make my own sea. I just
Wake up, do it, be me.
so be yourself. To hell with all the rules. I don't follow no footsteps, I make them as I move. I said it once and I don't really like repeating. I'm the best at what I do. If you don't like it, nigga, beat it.
Never been in my shoes, better tell me nothing. Life is for the living and there ain't no stopping. This is for the ones not afraid to do something.
Yes, I'm winning and I did it and I found it and I got it.
Living in the sky, don't care what they say. Licking my tap, we drink it all day. Ride till we fly till we go crazy. Dumbala, dumbala, eh. I got nothing to lose. I'm sexy 'cause I choose. And if you feel it too, say dumbala, dumbala, eh. Living in the sky, don't care what they say. Licking my tap, we drink it all day. Ride till we fly till we go crazy. Dumbala, dumbala, eh. I got nothing to lose. I'm sexy 'cause I choose. And if you feel it too, say dumbala, dumbala, eh.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
This is epic sound.
Extra pressure, baby, when you wind and pause. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy. Extra pressure, baby, when you wind and pause. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy. I had to put my life on pause and follow you where you're going. And if I make you my business, I suffer no loss. 'Cause I'm in love and it's showing. No force can separate. Baby, no law, keep me away. I take you on tour. Pretty baby, I give you something to live for. My girl. Extra pressure, baby, when you wind and pause. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy. Extra pressure, baby, when you wind and pause. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy.
Bread and butter, clothes when you wine, every man wants tata. And we wine, body moves like chata. Reggae and rata.
Slow down, baby, before you get my babies. You gon' make the man them go crazy. Akecha kucheka na mimi. Neza bako kose kuwa mimi. You say you wanna bam bam with me. You say you wanna chop my money. You say you wanna call me daddy. Oh, I can be a sugar daddy, mama. I can put you on top. I put you in a song. Yeah, baby, chop and chop, don't stop. 'Cause you're the sauce on top, baby. Extra pressure, baby, when you whine and pause. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy. Extra pressure, baby, when you whine and pause. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy. Bread and butter, smooth when you whine and run scatter. And then we whine, body moves like chata. Reggae and rata, when you starter. You girl them fine and you man them dapper. Living in my mind, you're the one that matters. Party bada bada when you dada ring dada. With the booty flop, with the body water water. Extra pressure, yo. Extra pressure, yeah.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Many faces, many races. I've come through many places, but I never seen a sky so blue. My mind and so free and so whole, yeah. But I never seen a sky so blue.
Yo, giddy maji, yeah. And the 6 SA Groove Machine, come on, D-Rex, one. Tunda na mi Inega inego wato ok nege Imaka kimako wato ok make Dene, yojato kwa lopesa wa ebengi Intame, aneko kibithoko uko taya Maji tapo shine Pile katache, kakelo no watch mara Dierka himo 44 Tida winjo kaluora, olo mi amol Ping to the luor, go chonge pinyilem. Yesu, Lion of Judah, nene, maricho maseti moneji, to bene wena. Aher ngata wenga kadita loke Judas ma Iscariot.
Many faces, many faces.
Yeah.
I've come through many places,
Yeah.
but I never seen a sky so
Giddy giddy machi, giddy
my
machi.
mind and so
Yeah.
free and so whole, yeah.
Yeah.
But I never seen a sky so
Giddy giddy machi, giddy machi. Tico ting te ato tita tan. With your pin get your moko, mako misatan. Marakora to wena, mi akan. Cheno manya sa en mana, niki kalal. Anginga, tawenga, nena kakachal. Cheno manya sa en mana, niki kalal. Para donje wiya, kaneno gigingiya. Nika chatim nanade, medo donje wiya.
many faces, many faces. I've come through many places, but I never seen a sky so blue. My mind and so free and so whole, yeah. But I never seen a sky so blue. Many faces, many faces.
Yeah.
I've come through many places,
Yeah.
but I never seen a sky so blue.
Giddy giddy machi, giddy
My
machi.
mind and so
Yeah.
free and so whole, yeah.
Yeah.
But I never seen a sky so
Giddy giddy machi, giddy machi. Madala wizi na shika MIC kama TPSC MC kutoka Kenya jo. Ayo, nani atasema tia tujafika? Na siku hizi tunasikika Afrika. Nawakilisha, natisha, nabisha, left right, yani kulia kushoto, staki msoto. Yani ndiyo maana siku hizi tuna rock out. Kutoka Cairo yani mpaka Cape Town.
many faces, many faces.
Yeah.
I've come through many places,
Yeah.
but I never seen a sky so
Giddy giddy machi, giddy
my mind and so
Yeah.
free and so whole, yeah.
Yeah.
But I never seen a sky so
Giddy giddy machi, giddy machi.
many faces, many faces.
Yeah.
I've come through many places,
Yeah.
but I never seen a sky so
Giddy giddy machi, giddy
my mind and so
Yeah.
free and so whole, yeah.
Yeah.
But I never seen a sky so
Giddy giddy machi, giddy machi.
many faces, many faces.
Yeah.
I've come through many places,
Yeah.
but I never seen a sky so
Giddy giddy machi, giddy
my mind and so
Yeah.
free and so whole, yeah.
Yeah.
But I never seen a sky so blue.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Alrighty, that is Many Faces by Giddy Giddy Maji Maji. It's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive Show, a very special edition. We are seated now with the women of the Brikicho Art Exhibition, as I had told you earlier. And we're going to really just kind of have a conversation and understand better their work as well. So I'm pretty stoked about the conversation that we're going to be having with them as well. But remember, you can get in touch with us on our social media handles. We are Power Radio across all socials. Incidentally, we are streaming live on Twitter or X, depending on how you want to call it. You can also find us on our YouTube channel. That is Power Radio. It's P-A-W-A, not Power for P-O-W-E-R. People get that mixed up. And please, while at it, subscribe to our channel so that you can be notified as well. And you can find us on our website, www.power254.org/Power Radio. And also, if you feel like you want to call in, text in, send us a voice note as well. We can be found on our line that is 0748379231, and we will get this ball rolling now. To just segue right into our conversation, I'm super excited. Ladies, it's so good to have you this morning with me. I think the best place to start is kindly introduce yourself, and we'll start with the lady that is seated on my immediate right. Karibu. Yes.
Thank you. My name is Christiana Muguro, and I'm one of the artists participating in the Brikicho exhibition.
Alrighty.
Yeah, my name is Awur Onyango. I'm the curatorial lead of the exhibition, so I'm the curator of the exhibition. I am also one of the co-founders of the African Art Agenda, which is the arts organization that brings us the Brikicho exhibition. So I'm excited to be here.
Thank you for coming. And
I'm Avni Shah, and I took on the open call from Brikicho straight away, and it's good to be part of this women artist show, which is empowering women again. And I'm happy to be there.
Awesome. Karibu sana. And let me just start with Awur, right, as the curatorial lead, right? Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the genesis of Brikicho. How did you come up with the idea of Brikicho, and what was its intention?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So as African Art Agenda, we're 3 women. I'm the lead for visual cultures and literature, which for me is also a visual culture. And then Joanne is the lead for material culture and heritage. And then we have Noelle, who's space, place, and time. She's an architect. So we work across art, architecture, and archive. And so what we do is every October we come together and have a friendly argument about who's the most curious about something. And then we put out a call called Brikicho, because that's the game that we all play.
Yeah,
right?
or grew up
playing.
Yeah, yeah.
And so because I won the argument this time, the inquiry was into visual culture. And as a woman who's an artist, and as someone who's worked in galleries as well, I can tell you all the statistics that only 2% of women's work are in national archives worldwide, and that 90% of the work that's sold globally in auctions are made by men. Right? So it's very difficult, one, to find women artists. And we've done a zine about that, you know. It's because most of us work from home. We don't. So when institutions and galleries are looking for art for exhibitions, they go to places like Kuona and Kobo and all these spaces, and they find men. They don't find us because us we're at home. So unless you individually know that this is this woman and she makes this type of work, you're not going to be able to find us. So in that way, we get erased from the histories that are being written. And that's one of the reasons why we're having the show at Nairobi Art Gallery, because you find there's a bit of Kenyan art history there. Nairobi Art Gallery has point 0, which is the point from where all distances in Kenya are calculated. So that's literally the heart of Kenya. Right? And in the heart of Kenya, you have a sculpture by Dame Magdalene Odundo, who's one of the most famous ceramicists in the world. She was given an OBE by the Queen, right? So now she's a dame. She's not even Mrs. But you don't find Kenyans talking about her work. And for us, that was the jumping point of Brikicho, this idea that as a woman artist, it's hard for you to sell, it's hard for people to know who you are, it's hard for history to remember you, even if you make the biggest impression on the rest of the world, your people won't remember you. And so we called out to women artists. We just said, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, we want to see your work. We want to show your work to Kenyans on Kenyan ground in a way that Kenyans can access. So even calling the show Brikicho is directing it to the people we're talking to, the people who played Brikicho, the people who know what Brikicho means are the ones who have overwhelmingly come to see the exhibition. And we're so grateful because the museum said we're doing numbers that like they've never done before. And that for us is like the success of bringing these people out from their home studios, you know, and introducing them to people who would have not seen them for many, many reasons.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so dope. And I mean, I have to say, you guys, illustrious work there. I was there yesterday and I got lost in my own world. So we will talk a little bit about that later on. But let's first understand the artist before we can talk about the work. And we'll start with Christiana. Just something about how you grew up and how you stumbled upon art. Yeah. What's your story?
It's an awkward one, I'll say, because growing up, when I was really little, my mom and I used to paint together. She always encouraged me to paint, and she would paint with me, even though she doesn't paint at all. And then I fell out of love with art. I didn't touch it. I didn't like it. I didn't want it. But things changed later on in high school. And I got back into it, though I said I wasn't going to do it professionally. It was just going to be a hobby. And that changed.
And that changed. Yeah. And now here we are.
Here we are.
Okay. What about you, Avni? How did you get into the world of art?
Yeah, okay. I come from a small town in Thika, and where we did not have much opportunities regarding art in school also. But always my drawings used to be good because every subject does have some drawing to do. But at that point, there was no realization that you could be a good artist. But then come to O-level, you have, after finishing O-level, you have the long holidays. And you got to just do something with your hands. At that point, I'm talking about 40 years ago. And either you do some stitching, knitting, anything to do with some art form. And and I visited a sister-in-law of mine, and she used to do some art as a hobby. So I just said, I wish I could try my hand at this also. She says, okay, you are on holiday, just come over. And she realized I could draw well. So she says, Avni, you need to go to a good college, and we had the 3-month holiday. So I came to Nairobi. Creative Arts Center was the only place you could join at that point. So I joined that place for 6 months, and there I found myself that I could draw or paint. And then later on, I joined a university lecturer who had just retired, Keith Harrington. I must mention him. He's actually my real mentor. And he got me into the East African coast paintings. So I joined his working studio, and from there it was art all the way.
Right. As they say, the rest is history. Oh, what a story. And what about you? How did you get into art in this world?
It's sort of similar. Like, I remember in high school, people would like pay me ngumu to do their drawings. Like, everyone would just bring their notebook for bio, for geography. I really loved drawing maps. And that was the thing that I enjoyed most, and like how I learned. And that was my problem with math. There was like no drawing. But I didn't think that like someone could be an artist until I went to Aga Khan Academy for high school. And like a street up was the Raimtula Museum of Modern Art. It was just a house. I didn't even know there was anyone in that house because it was just art, and I never saw anyone. And so when I was stressed from school, I would just walk up and go sit in front of a painting or go walk around and just, that was like the one place when like my mind was quiet. Everything else was always like noisy and trying to figure out how to navigate, but like looking at work from like Teresia Musoke and all these like East African artists. just like calmed me and like was the one thing that made sense, right? Everything else I had to work to understand. This, I was just like, this I understand without like having to say or write anything.
Yeah.
But I still didn't think, oh, this means I'm an artist. Because at that point, people had decided that I argue too much, so I'm going to be a lawyer. Yeah. Because I always had questions. I'm always curious. So it's like, this one is a lawyer.
Yes.
So that was what was going to happen. And then we used to have career talks.
Yeah.
And James Wanyoike, who's another curator, and was actually the curator at Ramoma, came for one career talk.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, wait, you can, like, this
You
can be
mean
a
this is
career.
a thing?
Like,
Yeah.
I still went to law school because my parents were like, no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went to law school, and even in law school, like African art was the thing that I started African Art Agenda as a blog when I was in law school. And I was just saying, here's like 5 pieces by this artist, they're from this country, this is kind of what I think of their style. And even when I'd come back home, because I did English law in the UK and French law in France and Canada. Okay. So I was doing 2 law degrees at the same time.
Right.
And like, again, the only thing that would like distress me was art.
Right.
And so even when I came back home, I would go to like Kuona and hang out with artists, and they'd be like, you're an artist. And I'm like, no, I'm just a lawyer who likes art. And I would like to apologize. You were right, I am an artist.
Yes, they were right.
And that's just sort of how I slowly got into art. But it's always usually a winding road of like, no, this isn't a career. No, I'm just going to do it as a hobby. No, I just like looking at it. Until I started like making my own work. And then I realized that for an artist to be successful, it's very, at least for me, it was easier to show in Germany, to show in the UK, to show in France.
Yeah.
I think the furthest or like the most unique place my work has been is Macedonia. And I was like, I'm making this work for Kenyans and I'm trying to talk to Kenyans. But if I want to survive, my work has to be in Berlin.
Right.
My work has to be in New York.
Yeah.
And I don't think that is useful for my purposes because, again, I'm very interested in 50 years from now, I don't want, like, I was going to say my kids, I don't have my nieces or nephews or like Christiana's people to have to see my work online. Like they have no access to it, right?
Right.
So in the same way that we're talking about Dame Magdalene Odundo, whose work sells for monies we will never see in our lives, or maybe we will, who knows? It's very important that like there's this one piece that is in Nairobi, that is actually in the heart of Kenya. But a lot of like artist success stories is selling your work away from you, right? So that when someone else comes 20 years later, 30 years later, and is like, oh, there was this artist and she made all this work, you have to go to the Europeans and beg them to let you see her work, right? So that's part of like, as African Art Agenda, we want to introduce Kenyan artists to Kenyan audiences with the hope that we get to keep more Kenyan work in Kenya, right? So even if we're trying to do an exhibition on women artists of Kenya in the 1960s, we have work, right? We can go to another Kenyan and be like, okay, please lend us this work so we can show this exhibition. Because now we have to go to Japan, we have to go to Germany, and that art history means that like when I'm starting as an artist and there's no Ramoma, because there's no Ramoma anymore, all the art that I'm seeing is American artists, right? And I feel like I'm the one who's starting this thing when you're actually part of like a long line. And that was part of the Brikicho exhibition. So there are all these things that we're very interested in, me particularly as like head of visual culture. There were all these like painting styles that we don't have names for, right? So there's work there that reminds you of like work from the 80s or like reminds you of work from the 70s or the 90s, like Kenyan work, but we don't have a name for it. And if you look at Tanzania, for example, they have Mashetani, which is an art style. They have tinga tinga, which we know from tinga tinga
Tinga
tales.
tales,
So that thing of even just being able to name an art style, so that someone who's working in that style knows that, hey, I'm not the one who started this. I'm part of like a long line of this thing is super important. And it's like one of the things that we're trying to do post exhibition. Because we've realized like our idea is like we're thinking about the artists, we're thinking about the audience, and we're thinking about the institutions. So if an artist knows that I come from a long line of this type of traditions, and these are the things that I can explore, it's easier for them to find their art style and to find their voice. Right? Because you're not just starting from nowhere.
Yes.
And that makes it easier from them. If an institution knows these are the artists who are working in this art style that we've just named, they can sell it better. Right? And that works for the artist and the institution. And the audience is also like, oh, you know what kind of art I like? This kind of art, right? So everyone has the language to kind of push that further. And that helps with now when you're discovering you're an artist, you have words for it. You can present an argument. As I said, I was being taken to law school because I argue a lot. But, you know, so when someone tells you, oh no, art is not like something that can employ you, you say, but here's Dame Magdalena Dundo. She's a ceramicist. She does this type of pottery. Here's this person, you know, like you have names and examples to present to your parents or even to yourself and say, if these people can do it, so can I. Right?
Wow. Oh, you've brought up so many layers to this conversation, but we will come back to them. But I want us to focus on some of the work. Like for Christiana, I saw a piece that you had done called Our Kazim? How do you say it? I don't know how you say it. You'll tell us better. Yes. Where was your mind at when you were creating this piece? What was the story that you were trying to tell? And as you answer that, you can also tell us just how the experience of being part of the Brikicho art exhibition has been like for you in terms of just even finding yourself as an artist more and some of the expressions of yourself that you've been able to uncover during this work. Yeah.
Wow. Hopefully I remember all of those things.
I'll remind you as we go.
Chasm. Or Our Chasm. It was kind of spontaneous how we came up with the idea for that. I kind of wanted to explore this idea that artists kind of exist somewhere between chaos and order. And how, because of that, they have this very unique perspective on life and things that happen and stories and even their own stories and even from life, because I get most of my inspiration just from life in general, from whether that's from other people's stories, from experiences that I've had, little as they may be, because I'm very young. So that's kind of where my mind was at. I just wanted to explore that idea. And the reason why it's not one figure is because there are many artists in the world. There are many people with this very unique perspective on things and in life. And we all, like, it's a solitary journey, but we all kind of have the ability to bring chaos into order, to introduce chaos to order in a way that order can understand, and vice versa, I think.
Right.
Yeah. How Brikicho has been for me. It's been nice because it's the first time I've ever exhibited art anywhere.
Congratulations.
Normally I make art and I keep it in a cupboard somewhere in my room and I forget about it. So it's been cool. It's been exciting. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. How has it introduced you to expressions of yourself that perhaps you didn't know existed? Even as an artist, I think, you know, processes of creating definitely do reintroduce us to ourselves. Yeah.
How it's made me want to express myself more authentically, I think, or express my imagination more authentically. I think in the past I have debated with myself on whether or not what I'm seeing in my head is actually something worth creating. So now I've found a resolve to make what I see,
right,
to create what I see, what I want.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Avni, let's talk about a piece that I saw, Living Library.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think before we started the show, I was telling you how I went home thinking about that piece. What story were you trying to tell with Living Library? And just similarly with the question that I just asked Christiana, how has the being part of Brikicho reintroduced you to yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Brikicho, when it aired on the open call, and what it meant was a very big story from our and I got lost in between what was actually required. And I actually made a call to her. I said, what do you exactly want? So she said, we just want to see one of your works. So I said, okay, I still want to digest what she had narrated in the story. So it was about hide and seek, and although it was a game that was played, then it took me a week to think on my way of putting hide and seek out there.
Yeah.
I do a lot of brainstorming, some Googling as well.
Right.
And I came up with this story, which is now Living Library, which is actually almost disappearing because the social medias have a lot of avenues to show all these stories, like reading books,
right,
television,
yeah,
a lot of computers.
Yeah.
All these avenues are there to find out whatever you want.
Yeah.
And reading is becoming more affluent than listening to the grandma's stories. So this is what I thought I should. I've always been trying to show in my work what is disappearing. Right, 40 years ago as well, you know, the East African coast, a lot of the heritage has been disappearing, and I've been documenting that. So this was just another chance of doing something similar in those lines, and showing the grandma, you know, telling the stories with all the expressions and all that.
Yeah.
When you're reading a book, you would not find all that, you know, engagement. Even with the children listening,
Right.
you know, they would be asking questions. Grandma would be explaining more towards that story. So this engagement is slowly fading away. And I've shown the television box as well in the background, showing the 4 or 5 children peeping through the box. That this is the new invention. This is what we would like to see all the stories on, and not listen to grandma's stories, because that is what life is bringing for us of late.
Right.
So yeah, Brikicho was another eye-opener,
Yeah.
another direction for what I'm already painting, but another direction.
Right.
So thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Our, you know, artists are architects of culture, and memory, right? And we have to absolutely talk about why it's so important, because I think on the piece I saw a little write-up saying that how governments, the state, for example, and the colonial state to be specific, one of the ways that they sort of alienated us from our cultural expression and art is calling it unchristian, barbaric, and all these kind of names. So why is it so important for us to, one, have spaces like, for example, what Brikicho is doing in terms of recalling us and kind of creating that avenue for us to reimagine what our lived experiences and existences is, but also secondly, my God, the issue of erasure and social amnesia, that's a conversation that we can have forever, but I hope that maybe Brikicho is a conversation starter as it comes to addressing this issue. So just tell us, where do we start from?
Actually, like one of, we were doing curatorial walkthroughs in August, so every Saturday, we would have 20 people at a time, and I would walk them through the exhibition and kind of explain why we're having the exhibition in this way. And that sort of comes through my work in like what I would call white cube galleries, because part of my journey of I'm an artist, I was like, no, maybe I'm supposed to work in a gallery. Maybe I'm supposed to help artists show their work. And what I realized from that isn't just that most people who are buying art aren't Kenyans. It was also that like most Kenyans can't tell you 5 galleries, if you ask them. Which means that on the one hand, you have Kenyan artists making Kenyan work for Kenyans, and you have foreigners buying that work and taking it away. And that kind of cuts off the artist from the audience, because I think either of them will tell you that when you're making work, it's your way of speaking about something, right? You're trying to communicate to the people around you about this thing. So the way, Avni is communicating about like the disappearance of the East African coast, and, the disappearance of like this connection that we used to have to our cultures. A white person will like the colors, buy the painting, and that conversation ends before it can even start. And so like part of like what we're thinking about when curating the exhibition is how Kenyans understand art, right? And there's like a colonial wound there, because when the British were making us the East African protectorate, Kenya and Uganda, they were like, oh, these people don't know art. Let's show them what art is, right? And they demoted all our art as either taboo or they called it craft. If they liked it, it was crafts, right? So you have Masai Market, and then you have a blank, right? And the blank is filled with like all these Western ideas of like what art is. And even in galleries, the reason like a lot of Kenyans don't know galleries is because the idea that you should come and just look at something and not touch it, and like it almost feels like an exam. Like you can't relax. Right? Like someone is going to ask you, what does this red mean? And you have to like, right? So there's this like tightness that's around gallery spaces that is not how Kenyans understand art, right? We want to be able to ask questions, want to be able to like make noise, we want to be able to interact with the work. And that's what I call like the lived art tradition that like East African work lives in. So even as we're doing, the reason we're doing the curatorial walkthroughs is because we wanted to give people space to come and say, and this is what I think about this piece, and to have discussions around that, and to tell them, okay, here's a bit of history of like Kenyan art. That's another thing about the exhibition space, because up there you have some of the like African art legends. You have photos of like Dame Magdalene Odundo is there. You have Akina Noni Wade. So it even allows me to say, okay, so here are some of the people. So this isn't like your first introduction to like Kenyan art. It's been existing whether you've seen it before or not, right? And that sort of helps heal that colonial wound of like, we don't have art, we've never had art. The British had to come and say art is a painting on canvas that looks like this.
Right.
And even looking at Christiana's work and looking at Avni's work, it's completely different types of art.
Yeah.
So it's not just saying that Kenyans only draw, and I love those paintings, so this isn't a slight on those paintings, but you know those paintings of the baby with the calabash of milk and there's a goat?
Yes.
That is art.
Yes.
But art is more complicated than that.
Right. Yeah.
There's so many things. So if you don't like those paintings, come to Brikicho, you'll find a painting that you like.
Right.
And that introduces you to like, maybe that's the art style that I like. Maybe that's what speaks to me. And it's also important for you to see yourself in your art. Right?
Yeah.
So if you're just seeing Picasso who stole from Africans, or you're just seeing like all these other people and you're not seeing yourself, that's one of the problems that we're trying to solve. Because we're like, Kenyans know art. In class 4 is when art was removed from the syllabus, when I was in class 4, which means everyone older than me knows art, has been exposed to more art than I've been exposed to.
Yeah.
And everyone younger than me is reaching for something, right? So I don't agree with the argument that like Kenyans don't know art, that's why they don't buy art. We just have to find a way
to
bring it to them in a way that like they're comfortable with, not give them rules and CG words.
Yeah. All right. And I think it also speaks to the issue of access. Now, I heard that the National Archives is they're trying to remove it. Where, you know, and we've had conversations with Kenyans and they're like, but archives inakuanga nini huko ndani hata. Mimi najua archives ni stage ya matatu, or it's a place for meeting, right? You know? But then the deeper conversation there is this kind of making it accessible, making art spaces accessible and galleries accessible, you know, to the public. And I mean, it's so frustrating. I didn't want us to have to center gava around this, but we have to talk about government and, you know, how are they helping the artist in any way, to be honest? And you can tell us even in your own experience where you're trying to get the exhibition on the road, you know?
So there's the national government, which I can tell you, no, there's been no help whatsoever. I think there are more, because the ministry is sports, arts and culture. And there are more sports and a little culture, but arts, they're like,
we don't know what's happening.
And then there's the Nairobi County government, who we've been working with them on a cultural policy, because you have to have a cultural policy before they can fund things. So even our initial idea of Brikicho was to take the work. There's 29 social halls in Nairobi, which spreads out to a bunch of neighborhoods, right? So our idea was to take the work to those social halls. So we actually come to you. We didn't get funding for that. And the government was like, the county government were like, we can give you access to the social halls, but some of them, you know, they're dilapidated, some are like unsafe, so we can't be sure that your work will be safe. But at least there was that, we can try, right? The government, there's just the national government, there's even
lack of goodwill.
And I think that's so important because, again, in our write-up, we're saying how already artists in Kenya are positioned as outsiders, right? Because if we are able to have the conversations that we're starting in our work, then it can be not useful to the government, right? That freedom of expression is not as free as people think it is. And so why would the government fund that? Right?
Absolutely. It's like working against themselves.
Which... So that's, and so for us, we're like, instead of like trying to reach the government, the National Art Gallery is part of like Nairobi Museums, National Museums, which is, I guess, under, you know, Ministry of Culture. So in that way, there's that. But we also realize that as far as like access, it's in town. Everyone can get to town, either by matatu, by boda, like it's accessible in that way. And even we found that people would just like be walking along Uhuru Highway and see the poster and like
just
walk
through.
in.
Yeah.
It's 150 bob entry, which we had reservations about, and we tried to fundraise for it to be free, but we could only go as much as we had free entry on the 16th, which a lot of people came for, and we were shocked. I think for us as an organization, we're not yet 6 months old. People don't know us, so we didn't expect as many people to see and to come and to interact as people have seen and come and interacted. So we're suffering from success a bit in that way.
May I suffer from success as well.
But it's that we've sort of realized like these things that we thought were important. We thought access was important, right?
Yeah.
We thought affordability was important. We thought that having as many artists as we can take in is important. And like we've met all those things. We didn't expect that we'd meet them. And we've met them. So now we're like, okay, so what do we do with this? We found some part of the formula is working better than we thought it should. And we're hoping that other exhibitors, other institutions and stuff like learn from it, because we don't want to be the only ones who are doing something. We would rather lead or improve on something, and that's part of like the work, right? Like we're trying to tell artists, you're not alone, you're not the only one who started, you're improving on something, right? Than just be like the only ones, because then you get overwhelmed. Okay. And we want all the Kenyans to be linked to their art history. So we're just 3 people in the organization. We can't do that for the 50-something billion.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. And we'll talk a little bit later on how to access the gallery as well, because it's continuing all the way till the 27th. This is a good place to take our first break. When we come back, we continue our discussion. Today, I am so spoiled for choice. I'm having conversations with women. I call them architects of cultural expression and memory. And we are deep in the meats and the bones of our discussion about art exhibitions and all that jazz. So please stick around as we take a quick breather. We'll be right back with some more.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Lando kwaro, abebo wangelero kwaro, iromo dendo ya wamayo, iromo pako ya wamayo, imi adhi ongora, ya wani mi ala ongora, tombogi rungu nyocho luisa, tomano kumarungu nyocho luisa, umine ukinyo, wachilavu we masando ya kama, ukiukara chonyo, ni wachilavu miya mumudo kama, umina chibela, wachilavu we masando ya kama, ukiukara chonyo, ni wachilavu miya yoro mudo kama. Original Dangla style, yeah, East African time. Na wakaribisha ndani ya kodong, usikute vitu bila kondom, kuna champagne for the pain. Top player best in the game. Kelume, dance, ongeza mavitu na makudade, hakuna masanse, kuna masensi, kukatana na kukata maji. Ukialikwa kwa wanati, lazima makong king kong jabara king.
Drinks on the house, mazadi wamefika, watoto wenye class vile wanachachisha na tukilanteki vile kuna badilika, good vibration na kuna kasirika. Kina mina wamewasha kingdom, samina mina wana waka waka na kibong. Madoba zako don clan wana sing along, bila thong renderong kwa machom tuko zong. Big tune big sound tunafinya kama sembe, mix ya dance solo hangla mulembe. Ngoma tamu sana zinacheza kwa mastenje, tuko disco tumepull up tuko genje. Yeah, 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 yeah.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for sticking around with us. So you are tuned in to Power Radio, where we tune in and power up. This is a Friday edition of the Power Morning Drive Show with me, your host with the most, if I do say so myself, Wanyoike. I'm still here with the ladies from Brikicho, and we've been talking about art exhibitions and just getting to understand what exactly that looks like. So we're going to jump jump right back into our conversation. And now let me introduce you to another special guest who's joining us, Miss Kerubo. Thank you so much for making the time to come on Pawa Radio. Karibu sana. You could kindly introduce yourself and tell the people what, just a little bit about yourself as an artist.
Okay, thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah.
I'm Kerubo, but I normally go by Belke.
Belke.
I can say it's a word that I've carried from my high school days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's say the Brikicho was an opportunity for me to come back from my hive. I haven't done any work, I think, in like 5 years. So like this was my first project after 5 years. It's called The Windows. I'm doing a series about women, for women.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's showing life through, like the life that we women pass through. It has the several stages. So I took my first work to Windows. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, why was it important for you to sort of mainstream stories around women and the issues that women go through?
I don't think there's any person who can speak more about women if it's not there, if it's not coming from another woman. You can't expect the male or even the male to speak for you as a woman if you don't speak for yourself.
Right.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
that's where I'm coming from.
Okay. Avni, you've had in your career, you've been able to showcase in other countries, right?
Yes.
I'm curious to hear from your own experience. How different has the experience been in terms of showcasing both in Kenya and in the other parts of the world? And what are some of the lessons that you've picked up from both experiences that we could use in terms of making the work of exhibitors smoother in Kenya?
Yes, it has been a challenge to show your work out there. Been wanting it to do that for many years before an opportunity knocked. And working by yourself towards this goal wasn't like Awar said, it was a no-go zone. And it wasn't going to be accepted as you just walk as an artist for an opportunity.
Yeah.
And but I did not give up. I wanted to show my work more, even to a bigger audience as well. So there is a travel and tourism show that happens twice a year in Nairobi.
Yeah.
And I was working on the dhows of the East African coast at that time. And there's a dhow market afloat in Mombasa, which I wanted to capture, but I couldn't find it anywhere on Google and how to get there. So I just wanted to book a holiday to the coast.
Yeah.
So I visited this particular show, and I was just at the desk of Severin Sea Lodge, and the front office manager was there. So I said, I want to visit this place. If I would know where it is, or if you would know where it is, I would love to capture this particular scene. So he says, Avni, you've come to the right desk. We are the owners of the floating market. Can you imagine? I just ended up there.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm doing a lot of the East African coast paintings, and I'm right now preparing a show on just the East African dhows which are disappearing.
Yeah.
So this is something I want to also capture. So I just booked the holiday with them. I stayed 4 nights, and then he comes up with this opportunity, which was just waiting. And he says, we are doing a show in Germany, and we are looking for something to decorate our walls with the East African coast. So that is, I had lots of paintings on that subject.
Right.
So he says, okay, when you're coming to Mombasa, bring a few works. At that time, online was still there, but not as much. So he says, so just bring a few works of yours and we'll show it to the management. If they can agree, we can show your works there. So there it was, the opportunity was there.
Right.
So once we were in the coast, they just took me on just like that. And and they said that we'll arrange the transport of the paintings and everything in a chartered flight. So we got packing into crates, all the paintings. So I traveled with 40 paintings there. And they actually curated with one of the galleries the show as well. And our ambassador was at the show as well. They had an African Week celebration. So one of the days was the ambassador from Berlin visited, the Kenyan ambassador. He's another instrumental fellow who is into my life as well, a blessing I could say, Mr. Frost Josiah. He's currently now in Kenya, but a very humble person who was there at the show and says, Avni, next year you have to be at the Berlin show on our Kenyan stand. So the following year I did my second show. So that was a second blessing to do my second show there.
Right.
And one of my paintings was presented to the mayor of Berlin. The lioness and oryx story was going on at that time. That happened in Samburu National Park. A lioness had adopted a gazelle baby. So I just worked on that subject at that time, which was presented to the mayor of Berlin. I did another one, and that hangs in our embassy there. So these were two good opportunities I got when I was there. But apart from there, I've been doing my solo shows because sometimes some of the galleries now are more into modern art. Mine has got a little bit of realism, which I mean, as much as I try, cannot go away to go into modern art. So that is what most of the galleries now are expecting you to paint. I mean, it's something just what you feel or what is in your head. I mean, even my kind of art is still what I feel, and it is still in my head as well. But the realism is now taking a backstage. So I am shifting my poles as well, slowly, gradually moving out of the very realism state. And I do have some abstract paintings as well now, which I don't look anywhere. It's just the canvas telling me what it wants. So I'm slowly drifting to that side as well. But I cannot leave what my roots have been completely as much as I would like to. So yeah, that has been my journey. So I've done a lot of shows. My first show was curated by Johnny Waite in Gallery Watatu 1984.
Wow.
And another few I did with the galleries. But then after that, the modern art was taking over, and so you approach galleries, they don't want to know you. So you go on, you march your own path. So I just do a collection of few paintings, then I try and show where I can. And so far it's been a good journey. Yes.
You know, you've had quite an extensive career there. I wonder how public perceptions of art have changed over the times. What are some of the rhythms and patterns you've been able to see vis-a-vis the moment that we're in? Now, of course, you've told us that now there's a preference, towards modern art. Did you say? But beyond that, what are some of the other perceptions from the public?
As far as collectors of art are concerned, there are collectors of fine art as well, who love realism as well, and what they can understand, not just what the artist thinks.
Let me first, and you're using many words.
Realism is in art is you see a face with two eyes, a nose, with two nostrils,
okay.
two lips, 2 ears,
that
and not one ear missing or a distorted face on your artwork.
Yeah.
I mean, you show half face up or down, like how Picasso used to paint. And some other modern artists now do that as well. So, I mean, you could be having hands like an octopus, you know, a human being. So this is all something that people feel from inside as well.
Okay.
And try and draw.
Express that.
Those who are, you know, who want to decorate their walls in their lovely homes, they would mostly go for something they understand. So, but they are collectors also of modern art as well now. Most of the galleries, Avor would agree, she is a modern art painter. And I would also think that this is an art almost anyone can do and easily do it. So I feel my art is in a different line altogether. It involves a lot of detail, a lot of working. Even after signing a painting, I would be going back to it after 2 weeks. Oh, I need to change this, or I need to add this. So there's a lot of detail in my work, a lot of color is there as well. Another thing is there are a lot of copying artists as well. So if you are selling art, there's 10 artists ready to copy your art. So I'm trying to also go in a direction where even if they want to copy that art, it's going to be very hard. They will sometimes they even look at the back of the painting if I've done something from the back as well. You know, I do a lot of texture work. I change a lot of textures as well along the way. I study a lot of things online as well. I study about 10 artists almost every day, what they do, how they paint, and sometimes they just throw paint and create something.
Right.
So, yeah, and yes, so different ways of creating even just the start of a painting, like the background is hard work. The subject comes in easy, but the start of a painting is the challenge. Every painting must be different from the first one you've done.
Okay.
The last one you've done.
Christiana, so I've had conversations with artists, and some of them tell me that they stumble upon a painting by accident, while others it's intentional. So does that happen to you in your creating? Are there pieces that have just completely happened by accident, while others have completely been intentional? And how do you sort of play around with the different textures, form, types to create the work that you do?
Yeah, there's definitely some work that just kind of happens by itself. I don't really know what I want when I start, but I know I want to start something. So I just start, and then it forms itself as it goes along. I work mostly with watercolors, so I've been doing that for a while now, since high school. So I just really play with as many textures that the watercolors can provide. But recently I've been getting into soft pastels, which has been, I'm not really sure how to get into that. Because I've just been playing around with that and seeing how it goes. Yeah.
Okay. Kerubo, coming back to you and, you know, the stories that you tell, mostly women, but women go through many things all at once sometimes. So how do you decide the stories that you want to tell? How does one come up with prioritizing the stories? Because, man, if it's not health issues, it's something else. It's a lot. It's a mixed bag, right? Yeah. So how do you go about that?
So, the topic of women is wide. So for me, I normally choose to show women in somewhat an empowered way. Let's say the society is used to viewing us by our bodies, yeah? Sometimes you're like, okay, I'll give you what you want, but I'll give you with a twist of it from my point of view. And I'll try to create it with different. I normally loved using black and white for the women because, again, we have the subjective colors. We have a lot of issues with colorism and what. So I try not to really concentrate on some other issues. So I just go direct to the empowering, whatever I'll see. If it's a proud woman standing in front of me, that's what I'll go ahead and use.
Yeah. Okay. I know this work is not without its own very sort of a big array of challenges, right? So let's start with you. What are some of the challenges that you've been able to or constantly are having to grapple with, even as you trying to make your art known or put your work out there? You know, I mean, there's issues around policy, there's issues around markets and access to markets as well. So yeah, just talk to us a little bit about some of the challenges that you've been able to encounter.
I think for me, it's been mostly about visibility, just being seen. Where to start even, because I was homeschooled in high school, and when I studied in college, it was online. So yeah, I even just getting my work out there, meeting people, I'd say that's been the hardest thing. So that's why I was really thankful for that. Just Brikicho. Stumbling upon the Brikicho ad on Instagram. Another thing is I don't know much about the local scene. I know a little bit about the online scene, but I want to enter the local scene. I want to create work for Kenyans to be seen by Kenyans. So, yeah.
Okay. Kerubo.
Yeah. So, about the challenges, as my fellows have mentioned, the visibility. But for me, I feel like it was me holding myself down because I kind of felt that my work wasn't ready yet. Even I think this Brikicho one was my sister who told me, just go ahead and
do it.
Because you have nothing to lose. And I think I was in a shell. I was doing my works. And then I just store them and never really showed them out. And I think also my first ever exhibition, I did it at Nairobi Railways. I think my work stayed there for a while. So like I was kind of discouraged and I went back to my drawing board and so I went back, perfected my skill, and I'm still continuing it. So and I believe the challenges will always be there, and it's the work of us artists is just pushing ourselves. Just let's say any boundary you meet, you just have to push it and just see yourself through it.
Avni, the artists really struggle with pricing their work. It's a big challenge for sure. So how does, for a young artist who is looking at you and you're talking about how you've gone out and shown your work and you're doing well for yourself, but they don't even know how to price their work, because I mean, in essence, art is very invaluable. I don't know that we can put a price tag to it. It's invaluable in that, but there has to be there has to be some formulas around pricing and so how does one navigate that?
Yes. as a starter, my first exhibition, I was selling works for 1,800, 2,000. My first exhibition, and it was a sellout. And Gallery Watatu with Johnny Waite.
Yeah,
that was the time. That I mean, even my mentor was selling at 3,000 shillings.
Okay,
who was a well-known artist.
3,000 Kenya shillings.
Yeah. So I was quite happy with that amount at that time. But there are artists today also who who are earning a living from it. They are still selling paintings for 1,000, 2,000 just to get their daily bread. So it's more of a selling point of artwork which is there. If the artist, there are some local artists I know, they could be world-known artists right now, but they don't have the means or the support. So if you're going to get your daily bread from art, it's a hard journey. I've been lucky to have a very good support system, especially my husband, and he used to travel a lot on his job. So I said when I went before my marriage, when I met him, I said, okay, this is the right guy to marry because I will not have to struggle. Take me here, take me here, take me here. I mean, you can do it on your own as well.
Yeah.
But there were some areas you want to visit, like Kibera, I want to visit now. And it's just not, you can't just walk in like that with a big camera there to capture what is happening there. So somebody is going to arrange for me a guide who will go with me and capture the place. So always, you know, these are some of the challenges that if my subjects have always been out there and seeing and then bringing those subjects onto the canvas was the way to do my art. So these are some of the challenges, and pricing wise, as you climb the ladder, you have to go a little up all the time. And at some point, you do not reduce your price tag if you're not earning a living from it. Because you don't want to be known as a cheap artist out there. That is where people exploit you. You know, that, I mean, even the galleries look for, some of the galleries look for those artists where they can look for exploitation, you know, that they'll buy a painting from you for 10,000 and then they're selling it for 100,000.
Yeah, for more.
And if you're earning daily bread, you will sell that painting for that price. So you don't want to be in that league at some point. You have to decide, now this is where I start going up. So even if your paintings stay at home, if you can afford to, you do not sell them cheap.
Right.
Yeah. Especially if you worked hard on it. If your painting takes a day to finish, to start and finish. Some artists even can paint in an hour and finish a painting. But if your works have taken 3 weeks to a month, sometimes some of my works have taken 3 months to complete, you cannot sell those paintings cheap. You know, because there's a lot of workmanship that has gone, a lot of hours that has gone in. So, yeah, and then that is the challenge for pricing your work. I'm sure all of you will also get there. You have to be positive all the way. And I'm sure you would find some encouragement from someone, hang on to that person. Like Awar has been a strong support, I would say. She has given us a very good opening. And I'm glad she has taken a small number of artists. And on the opening night, I was very shocked. I've attended many opening nights. That she has managed to talk about every painting that has hung there in so much detail. So much understanding of art as well, you know. So she's been very experienced artist as well as now she is curating. So she knows each and every art, how it has happened, what it's portraying, you know. So this is something I was really impressed on the opening night, that how she narrated every painting's story.
Yeah.
So this is something that's a selling point for us,
Right.
artists.
Yeah.
You know, we do rely on curators, but you can even self-curate your exhibitions. I mean, I've been doing that, because if galleries don't want to know you, there is this path, and you have to Google how to curate your own exhibition. You know, Google is one of your best teachers, I've found in my art career as well. They do tell you how to curate your own exhibition as well. You can start in a small place, a cheaper place, and then slowly, I mean, you just have to pay the rent, most of the places. Or like Alliance Francaise, you just have to donate a painting if they accept your work. So that is something, these are so many ways to show your work. And any opportunity you get. Of late, I've just found out that open calls are to go for. You know, and some of them are paid. You have to pay a small fee, but there are a lot of free open calls. So go for that first. That's what I have done as well this year.
Right.
I've taken first open call from Brikicho, free call, and then there's been this artist diary as well. Last year they did 3 years ago. Sorry, they did a free open call. This year they haven't done that, so they are going in a different direction also. So whenever it's a free open call, but you have to Google if it's genuine or not.
Yeah.
Again, there are a lot of fake guys out there as well. So go and look at their reviews if it's worth going into that. So I'm starting at home first with the free open calls. So one is Brikicho, the artist diary, and Italian embassy has just come up with women empowerment show they're doing. So that was an open call as well. I straight away just dived into that. I said, these are opportunities you don't know. I mean, if you're a winner, you can get 1 month residency in Italy. So these are opportunities you dive in for, even if you're an experienced artist or not. You go for this kind of thing, so you get your exposure. All you want is exposure.
Right. Speaking of residencies, I know that's one way to invest in artists, but I've had many artists also complaining that residencies don't really necessarily help them in terms of what they were looking for. But I mean, we can't definitely throw away the baby and the bathwater outside. But yeah, talk a little bit about your experience with residencies, but also more to it. How much more can we invest in mainstreaming the work that you do? Because I mean, with anything that is a thing, I was in a creative economy policy launch on Tuesday, and the conversations in the room were very discouraging, to say the least, because the facilitator of that event was saying that when it comes to even investors and government, art and creative work goes under the others. So it's not, it's not even, it's not a standalone of its own. And I felt so angry and frustrated at how we view creatives and the work that they do. So what does investment look like beyond residencies?
Okay, now if you're into commercial art, there's good money. You'll be seen out there, like you've got the posters up here on the walls. You will be seen also out there easily with your ads and all that. A lot of artists I've seen, they have started with that platform with commercial art. So that's, the money is also there to support themselves. And you do get your daily bread and get seen out there as well. But as far as getting support from the governments or institutions, unless you know somebody, I have seen in my 40 years, unless you know somebody in there who can take you up the ladder a little bit higher. Otherwise, marching your own march, you can still make it. You can still, it's a harder road.
Kerubo. How much, What more do we need to do to invest in you as an artist?
No, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
The society or
anyone who can be a stakeholder. Because again, as I said, you guys are architects of culture. So all of us, you're like our CEOs in a way. Yeah, so all of us have a role to play in terms of investing in the work of the artists. Something that I'm very passionate about.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe the first thing maybe I can use, maybe on my other side, it's the age. I'm young, ready to learn, and more creative ideas. The way you've said about the realism, even me in my art, I mix the realism and the modern art. So I try not to forget, because back in high school and even in campus, they used to put it in our heads. You must know realism. You can't skip. When you wanasema a kid you cannot skip these stages. Then go to the higher place. Yeah, I think me as an artist, and I can speak for even fellow younger artists, we have a lot to offer, and then the society has to embrace more the art. We as a society, we have to love art, not see it as an alternative thing to do. It can be a career. It doesn't have to be an alternative. So if we have more to offer as an artist, we have the climate changes solutions. We have a lot to offer. That's
Christiana, what about you? What more can we do to invest in you as an artist?
I think, probably around like the same as she said, just seeing art, recognizing it, not approaching it as this really niche, thing that's for very special people, or very feely people who can understand, I don't know, emotions.
Yeah.
People think it's purely just that, not tangible stuff. So I think just being more open to it. I think more affordable learning opportunities. I think.
Yeah.
And materials, but I'd say that openness, just overall openness to accepting it, art, as a part of culture.
How does You're just gonna have to make it into the frame now.
I'll just
I'm sure. Squeeze in.
Sorry. Gosh, I have so much to say just listening in, because the kind of story you want to tell dictates what kind of artist you are. So we actually have like such a nice. Because Avni reminded me that I did speak about like each painting, and when you're more story related, right? Like Avni is more a documentary artist, right? And in some ways, Beldinah is as well, Belke is as well. You'll find that leans more towards realism, and realism is, as Avni explained, it looks realistic, right? So there's like photorealism, where you find these people who can draw you until you're not sure if it's a painting or a photo, right? And then you have realism, where you're sure it's a painting, but it still looks exactly like you. And then you have Christina, who tells you more about feelings than stories, right? And that's where like modern art kind of is going. But there's also the difference between, I think for me, there's a difference between like the Kenyan art market, which is not explored enough, and then there's like the international art market. And the international art market really enjoys modern art, what they call modern art, right? So it's paintings that are more about like feelings than about stories. But Kenyans, like, if you find someone with a painting in their house, it's probably taken from a photo of them, right? It's probably like a family portrait that is now a painting, which means Kenyans like stories.
Right.
But galleries aren't targeting Kenyans, right?
Yeah.
So you find that there's that divide. So even us, when we were asking artists to bring in their work, we didn't tell them bring like this type of art or this type of art, because we wanted to see what people were making, and we wanted to see what stories they're telling in their work, whether it's like story or feeling story. And that contributes to now, if you come in and you're Kenyan, you don't have access to the galleries that are showing modern art, but you find modern artists, then you know, this is what I like. Story paintings that make me feel something, right? Or I like stories that paintings that tell me something, right? None of that is better or worse, but you'll find that because galleries are targeted towards like expats and the international art market, then they encourage only certain kind of artists to show.
Right.
And they also don't want to show you 40 artists, right? Because they want you to feel like there's only 3 or 4 artists, so you have to buy their work, right?
Right.
So that's why even as good as your work is, as an artist, it's still hard to get into the gallery space,
goodness.
right? Because they operate from scarcity. I can't try and to sell you something for 800K when there's 20 people making that work, right? So I have to tell you, it's just this person. And this person is the only one doing it.
That's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And that's been part of like my journey as an artist, is like realizing that it's not the talent that pushes you. If you're going to operate in the art market, it's not the talent that pushes you, right? It's the market forces.
The connections,
Wow. So we definitely need a shift of that. I don't know what's gonna happen. What will need to happen for us to get to the other side?
So that's part of what we're trying to do as African Art Agenda. That's why you don't see prices on. We're calling them like decapitalized zones. Because we've realized that even when Kenyans enter a gallery space, they're arguing about the money. They're like, kumbe, this guy is selling this thing for 800K. Even me, I can put pink and yellow on a canvas, right? And then that just lends into the Kenyans don't understand art.
Really
so for us, we're like,
yeah.
we want you to look at the art. If it speaks to you, if it makes you feel something, then let's talk about buying it. Let's not make the fact that this one is 25K and that one is 7K the conversation we're having about the work.
Yes.
Right? And Avni was just telling me a few minutes ago that maybe we should do an auction at the end of the exhibition. So people who are interested can buy the work.
Yeah.
And that's definitely something that we're like looking into how we can do that.
You know, in my last exhibition, that's where this thought came in. There was a painting of zebras at the migration point. On the opening night, I had about 10 buyers for it, and I did not realize I could have auctioned that painting at that point, you know, and flown to the sky on that night.
On that night as well. Okay.
So that's definitely something that we're looking at. We're also, as I said, we're planning for portfolio clinics, so we can teach the artists how to talk about their work, how to write their artist bio, their artist statement, how to get themselves online, and a few skills, because we realized that also me as an artist, like once I make the work, I've made the work. If I could talk about the work, I would have talked about it and not made it. Right. So whatever I'm trying to say is
already in the work.
And that makes it difficult when someone is like, oh, so what were you thinking about? You're like, look at the painting. And so a lot of entering the art market is being able to be like, okay, my name is Award. I'm interested. This is what I'm searching for in my paintings. I really love how Avni said she's very interested in the things that are disappearing. Right? That is not something that you just wake up out of bed and say. Right? It takes a lot of like practice and looking at your work and seeing what is it that I'm constantly like chasing. And then to be able to say that in a way that someone else can understand. Because I find that a lot of artists, our language is visuals, right? It's not words. So we can be quite awkward when it comes to, okay, now I've made the thing.
Yeah.
It's like trying to speak to someone and you can only speak Kikuyu and they're like, okay, now say it in German, you know? Like that's kind of the divide that happens.
Yep.
So we're trying to get sponsors and partners so we can create
please
free
speak to
learning.
them. Speak to those sponsors and partners on
We're
this
looking-
camera. This one.
Yes, we're looking for sponsors and partners so we can do free clinics and free learning opportunities for the artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we realize there's also a confidence bridge. Everyone that is here, it really took a lot for them to bring their work to us, right? And I'm so honored that they chose us because again, like, we have no, we haven't been here before. We're like 5 months, almost 5 months old now.
Yeah.
So this is our first show, and for people to not know anything about us and bring
still
their
come
precious work means
there's
a
a
lot.
need for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But a lot of them emailed me and were unsure about bringing their work and were like, is this good enough? Which has not been my experience with male artists. Male artists will bring you work that is somehow.
Yeah.
And they're very confident. In fact, you're the one who's seeing wrong. You're the one who's seeing it wrong. This thing is done.
It's done.
Women
What
will
do
be
you
like,
mean?
it's not perfect.
Yeah.
Can I just...
What's up with that
space?
though? What's up with that imposter syndrome thing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I reward audacity when it's women.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. And I encourage it.
Yes.
But we received a lot of emails being like, hi, here's a photo of my work. Is it acceptable? And we had to like put kindness into our praxis because we realized, women are very...
You're on the road now.
Yeah.
They're very, oh no, whereas men are like, are you not seeing the genius
Can
that
you
I
not?
am?
Can you not see?
Yeah.
Lock in.
So
Okay.
that's part of like the problems that we're trying to solve within the artists. Also materials we found was so interesting. We found that women, one, because we're mostly working from home, either because we're doing chores or even residencies don't really work, because if you want me to take 3 months off of my life to go to Lamu and paint, what's happening at home? Like, what am I leaving back? Who's going to take care of the kids? Or if it's like I'm taking care of like my sick mom or something, who's going to do that while I'm off at this residency. So there's all these things that are like keep us in the home, right? And that means that like if you're having residencies, mostly men who are going to show up, right? People who can afford to take 3 months off of their lives and go somewhere.
Oh, wow.
So we're trying to figure out these problems, because I think when I was starting out, I did quite a few residencies, and I realized it's very difficult for me. I went to Lamu, it was too hot, I couldn't think.
You couldn't think,
and I'd gone and they were like, okay, make work, and I couldn't think, so I couldn't make anything. Right. And so I think there's other ways that like we need to figure out. But my thing is, I'm sure people are already doing it. So even material-wise, canvas is expensive, right? Oil paints are expensive. Acrylics are also expensive and hard to come by. So even at the exhibition, you'll find someone who made with epoxy. Right, you'll find someone who made with.
I saw Tugi Wayaki. Yes, Tugi had done
digital
with like
work.
Plastic and whatnot.
So there's all these materials that like people are
improvising.
Right. Someone had done with buttons.
Oh yes, I saw that.
And I find that those are like craft materials, because buttons is for fashion. You would find like a male artist thinking, let me use these buttons that are already here. So we found that like people are finding ways to navigate the problems that we have. And our work as African Art Agenda is to help them do that.
Oh wow, goodness. Unfortunately, when you're having a good time, time really flies. We are out of time, guys. I cannot believe it. So as we wrap up our conversation today, maybe just your parting shot, really, and also this shameless plug, where can people find you? All your socials, websites. Let's go, starting with Avni, coming this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this was a lovely show.
Oh,
my
you.
first one as well. Good experience.
Yeah.
Eye-opener as well. And this is just another way to get yourself out there.
Yeah.
Show your work out there as well, and tell people who you are.
Yeah.
Yes. Please look into my website, www.africanartistavni.co.ke, and my Instagram page is african.artist.avni. My Facebook page is Avni Shah. Please have a peep there, and
come to the show and see.
Come to the show, yes.
Yes.
If you want to see the actual work, it's showing at Brikicho. We are 30 women artists. It's a wonderful show with a lot of variety of different kinds of art. So please do visit the Nairobi Gallery. The show is until 27th
yeah.
of this month. So please visit, pay a visit.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, and I want to say thank you for doing the Brikicho thing. It was really a big opening. So on my socials, I go by Belke on Instagram. I think I'm only on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Awar? Yeah, you too.
So for African Art Agenda, we're www.africanartagenda.art. On socials, we are Art Studio Notes. That's everything apart from, I think, Twitter, we're Agenda Art Africa. And you can find us there right now. I've just remembered, as Avni was saying, we're putting together a newsletter of opportunities, of open calls. We're making sure they're available to they're free to apply and available to Africans, and we're also making sure that, like, if you have a problem applying, you can schedule with us to help you through it. So that's like one of the things that we also realized from the open call, that if we can connect artists to more opportunities beyond us, that's possible. But yes, come see the show. It's actually 40 women artists. It's the most women artists ever in Kenya in one show. So we're very excited about that. And yeah, we'd love to hear from you and your experiences of the show, and like what else you would like, because we very much want to meet Kenyan audiences where they are.
Right, last but not least, Christiana, where do people find you?
Yeah, you can find me at Christy Mug on Instagram, and that's where I am.
Yeah. All right, Avni, Belke, Awar, Christiana. My goodness, thank you so much for the privilege of your time. Thank you for offering us your imagination and being architects of culture. We really do appreciate you guys for making the time to come to talk to us about the amazing work that you're doing. And I cannot wait for us to have a conversation finally about the gains that have been made in this world just because of the work that you guys are doing. So, asanteni sana. Check out our stories. We will put a poster on where, like, the details of the Brikicho art exhibition. It's happening at the Nairobi Art Gallery. It's still also called the Murumbi. Is it the one?
So it hosts the Murumbi Art Collection. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one. The one that is next to GPO. Let's just say that way, because Kenyans don't even know.
Yeah, that it's there.
Kenyans don't even know that it's there. Yeah. So please make your way there. The entrance fee is just 150 bob for you to just look at this illustrious women's work at the Brikicho Art Exhibition. My goodness, we have come to the end of our conversation. Thank you so much for each and every one of you who was able to tune in. Let me just give a shout out to Mudele. She's saying, loving this conversation. I'm learning so much. So asanteni for your nuggets and insights. And please make your way to the Nairobi Art Gallery. The exhibition runs all the way till the 27th of September. We unfortunately have to end this conversation right now, but not to worry, because at 1:30 all the way till 3:30, I will be having another set of women as well from the Brikicho art exhibition, and we are going to be having a conversation again about the work that they are doing. So today, Power Up is a Powerpuff Girls lineup. Make sure you do catch me there. Yes, these ones are Powerpuff Girls. They're making moves. They're making moves, man. Yeah. So I'll see you on Power Up from 1:30 all the way till 3:30 later on the program. But at 11 a.m., please catch Caroline Murote. She comes in with the She Versations for all conversations around women. It looks like it's an all-women affair today on Power Radio. All right, so I'ma see you at 1:30. Take care and see you when I see you. Bye for now.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
All right. We can get
okay, why are you laughing?
Can we get off the high chairs now?
We can, unfortunately. We didn't take a photo with...
You promised a lifetime. You promised to get away. You promised a dream. You promised to find a way. Where is it now? I gave you everything. Trying to lie. I guess you got everything. I was happy in my mama's house. I thought I wasn't, and I wonder how. I didn't wanna come out. Said you got a way out. Said you're gonna figure it out. I'm alone now. Somebody take me back to the innocence. I'm tired of this. These streets of Nairobi, streets of Nairobi. Why did nobody want me? Somebody take me back to the innocence. I'm tired of this. These streets of Nairobi, streets of Nairobi. Why did nobody want me? These streets of Nairobi. Oh, here we go again with a story. Oh, didn't know I really meant it. No, let's try it again. Come with me, now see we fix it for the night. Niku, onyeshe kitu nice, ukona figure fine. I have contemplated these lies before. Now I'm here and I'm ready for. I was happy in my mama's house. I thought I wasn't, and I wonder how. I didn't wanna come out. Said you got a way out. Said you're gonna figure it out. I'm alone now. Happy in my mama's house. I thought I wasn't, and I wonder how. I didn't wanna come out. Said you got a way out. Said you're gonna figure it out. I'm alone now. Somebody take me back to the innocence. I'm tired of this. These streets of Nairobi, streets of Nairobi. Why did nobody want me? Somebody take me back to the innocence. I'm tired of this. These streets of Nairobi, streets of Nairobi. Why did nobody want me? From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.